Welcome to Yuri on Ice and the Real Life, the ultimate episode. Everything, mega collage, everything we found out about Yuri on Ice and the real people behind the show. In this episode, we will highlight some of the great Olympians, athletes, figure skaters that Yuri on Ice, the anime, has saluted. Presented to you by WTF Japan TV to celebrate our 200k views of everything Yuri on Ice and 700 subscribers. Thank you so much and enjoy Yuri on Ice fans. And let's all wish for a wonderful season 2. It's not hard to say this anime has changed a lot of lives. In the Crunchyroll Anime Award 2016, Yuri on Ice has claimed the categorical awards of Best Couple, Best Boy, Best Animation, Most Heartwarming, as well as Best Opening and Best Ending. Ultimately, it is the Crunchyroll Anime of the Year 2016. This anime has done a great job saluting the real-world figure skating athletes of our world, where the Japanese male figure skaters dominated the world stage. Some of these are trailblazers like Daisuke Takahashi and Yuzuru Hanyu, who really led the Japanese team to the world stage, to a place that Japanese athletes have never seen before in the figure skating world. And Yuri Kazuki is really unique. He's like the pork cutlet don. He really is his own personality, but he's strongly influenced by Daisuke Takahashi, who is known for his unique step sequence, as well as Nobunari Oda, who cries frequently on national TV and dressed as an omelet for ice skating show. He is also known to have a little bit of a glass heart. And Machida Tatsuki, which fans have noticed, sounds like Kazuki, Yuri's last name. Machida practiced at a place called Ice Castle, which note, Yuri on Ice also started at a place called Ice Castle. Ice Castle actually exists in the state of California. And Machida's silhouette ballet practice, and multiple times his silhouette really appeared in the anime. You can see the similarities. Daisuke Takahashi is quite of the spirit of the party. In fact, his party pictures show some resemblance of the after-party Yuri, Chris, Victor pole dancing pictures. These pole dancing pictures have also been seen in real-world pole dancing photographer. Some of the people actually accuse YOI of plagiarism, but it is very sure that Yuri on Ice borrow heavily from reality, sometimes to salute the real-world athletes, sometimes to borrow heavily from, professionalism among those athletes. So it's really hard to say if it's really plagiarism, but what we know is Yuri Katsuki is a complicated combo character that's created from famous Japanese athletes. Some may argue that he is not based on Yuzuru Hanyu at all, and Yuzuru Hanyu has certainly not made any association with this anime. But what is clear, though, is that there were some similarities. Yuzuru Hanyu also appeared in the final episode on the magazine that JJ was holding. As many of you already know, Viktor Nikiforov is based on two people, Evgeny Plushenko, the Michael Phelps of the figure skating world, the most decorated male figure skater, and also John Cameron Mitchell. John Cameron Mitchell is Kupo Sense's #1 hot guy outside the figure skating world. She's a die-hard figure skating fan, and this is the only person she's super attracted to outside. So she made them have the same beautiful silver hair that combed to the side, and also the same heart-shaped mouth that fans have noticed. Evgeny Plushenko have some very similar gestures, or should I say Viktor Nikiforov have some very similar gestures at Evgeny Plushenko. In fact, the coach, Yakov, is based on, I'm going to butcher the name, but like Alexei Mishin, and Alexei Mishin was at one time the coach for Evgeny Plushenko. And as we highlighted in one of our very popular episodes, not only Evgeny Plushenko's role is important, he's an inspiration. His costume, he sometimes dressed wacky and skate around because it's so good. He has a great sense of humor. His costume was used in Pitch's Dream, and he had a great sense of humor to pose with Kenji Miyamoto, who is the choreographer of Yuri on Ice, in this very provocative Victor/Yuri, Victor Crush Yuri picture here. The Russian Yuri is based on Yulia, who are both strong junior skaters, very strong personality, very successful junior career, and they're very young gold medalists. Both are cat people, have similar fashion sense, and even the same outfit. So the Russian Yuri is both feminine and strong, and the perfect mirror images of each other. Some people think Chris Giacometti is Stefan Nambeo, but also maybe Adam. He looks like Adam, but he's so sexual and sensual, like Stefan. And Stefan actually appeared as a reporter in the episode as well. So who is Chris? Very sensational. Chris is his own spirited animal, and he's his own character, really unique. Chris comes again and makes the ice really wet. Chris also won the Rose Crown, which is made famous by Johnny Weir, an American figure skater who's really successful and young junior champion, and his friend who always make him a rose crown to wear in the ceremony. Have you seen the Thai athlete picture? In real life, he is actually Filipino. His name is Michael Martinez. He's super cute, super fun. He poses on Twitter, Instagram, and he even shares social shares about Yuri on ice. And he said, "Is that my coach and myself?" And also, he even uses the picture filter and some line stamps. It's very, very, very cool. He's a lot of fun, and he's a great, great athlete. Go watch his video. Figure skating is an Olympic sport that's popular in many countries, so many fans already exist for figure skating, but Yuri on Ice has really inspired more people to become figure skating fans. And in fact, what's interesting is a lot of the figure skating athletes actually fell in love with Yuri on Ice. Johnny Weir recently did an interview with Crunchyroll and explained how Yuri on Ice portrayed his journey growing up as a figure skater very well. The struggle, the excitement, the competition, and all the other athletes in the arena. So it's really, really interesting, and Evgeny is definitely the #1 Yuri on Ice fan who often tweets about Yo Boy love and the nose bleeding moments of Yuri on Ice. And Evgeny Plushenko actually promoted Yuri on Ice too, and had a sense of humor to pose with Kenji Miyamoto, as we mentioned. Quite a few figure skating athletes have embraced the Yuri on Ice anime. Evgeny is the #1 fan, as we mentioned, and Michael Martinez also tweets about YOI. But did you know that Dennis Ten also noticed his alter ego from Kazakhstan? And you can see that he tweets about it, social shares about his TED and his hairstyle back when he was 18. This is a really sweet moment when anime crosses over with such a beautiful sport, and the athletes have great sense of humor and play, and they're enjoying the show as well. Kenji Miyamoto is the professional real-life choreographer for 20 or so theme songs in Yuri on Ice. He was a junior champion in Japan himself at one time. He still choreographed for about 50 athletes a year. During his interview, he said he worked really hard, literally his butt off, to make this show great. And even if a professional and put it in the competition, people would not be disappointed. So he is terrific, and Kubo Sensei and her artistic team have studied Kenji Miyamoto's movement from 6 different angles so they can capture precise, wonderful nuances of each of these movements in character. She even commented that Kenji Miyamoto has a very nice butt, oshiri, in her tweet, which is what? He has choreographed for 2 immensely popular Japanese male figure skaters. Can you guess whom? Of course, Daisuke Takahashi and Yuzuru Hanyu. Did you also know that she and Yamamoto has collaborated on an animated short, more precisely an animated MV about figure skating at a Japanese anime expo? That is really the beginning of Yuri on Ice. This animated MV captures a young figure skater's life from young to being successful. And isn't that what really started the whole Yuri on Ice series? Kubo Sensei, who has been the great person behind all the artistics behind Yuri on Ice. She illustrated some of the pole dancing after party pictures. She is a die-hard figure skating fan. She loves these athletes so much. One of her favorites is Machida Tatsuki. And she has taken it to her tweet to tweet everything about Yuri on Ice. She retweets Crunchyroll's Johnny Weir interview. She retweets all the merchandise, talks about the creative process, and she even takes pictures from fans sometimes. And she said she would take a look at their submission and maybe draw some of those. As we know that Yuri on Ice has won many Crunchyroll awards, and such as Anime of the Year, Best Boy, and then Yuri on Ice fans are hardcore. They love this anime so much. In fact, some fans went to change Yuzuru Hanyu's profile, changed his name, his native name to Yuri Katsuki, and his coach to Viktor Nikiforov. And Yuzuru fans were furious because he has very amazing fans too, and they really love him. And they were so angry. And one fan actually, potentially, we don't know if it's true or not, made a promo video. It seems like Disney XD is gonna play Yuri on Ice in April, which seems very impossible because Yuri on Ice has a lot of yaoi and LGBT, gay elements that may not be so accept. I don't know, like it's different from Disney, right? Disney is like always about a prince and a princess. Obviously, Disney has many new channels, things right now. So, but the fans went crazy, right? Literally tweeting and messaging on Instagram at Disney XD and said, "I heard you guys are doing Yuri on Ice, blah blah." And I bet the people at XD were very confused. In Japan, Yuri on Ice has been so popular. There's a real on ice skating show that's Yuri on Ice themed. There is Yuri on Ice perfume. There's Victor's scent, and the Russian Yuri's scent, and the Japanese Yuri's scent. It's pretty interesting. And also there is a Yuri on Ice cafe. Aren't you jealous of that? And one guy actually went to the town of Yuri on Ice and like did an anime versus reality comparison. Highly recommend it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's really interesting how similar things are. In the figure skating world, there is international competition, but also international friendship. There is a lot of cross-pollination between the athletes and the coaches. Stefan Lembil, for example, he worked as choreographer/coach for Daisuke Takahashi, Dennis Ten, Yulia, the Russian fairy, Katsuki Machida, who we mentioned might be a prototype of Yuri Katsuki as well, Nobulani Oda, same thing, and one of the most prolific coach of all times is perhaps Nikolai Morozov. He is coach for Daisuke Takahashi, Dennis Ten, Javier Fernandez, Nobunari Oda, Daisuke Murakami, and Adam Ribbon. Choreographer for Takeshi Honda, Michelle Kwang, Yulia, the Russian fairy, Michael Martinez. If you're in the mood for more Yuri on Ice, we're going to do some translations for Yuri on Ice interviews and also the potential of a season 2 and some evidence about that. And then finally, you can go watch Stefan Lembil and Daisuke Takahashi's duet. It's extremely beautiful.